Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about: is it a good time to buy Bitcoin now? So make sure to watch the full video. Bitcoin gapped below $20,000 again this week, 20% off its mid-August high, and just 12% off its mid-June lows. This correlates largely with the recent decline in other risk assets. The tech-heavy Nasdaq is down 7.5% over the past month, with the S&P 500 close behind at minus 4.5%. The generic risk asset rout is largely central bank driven. August 26, 2022 saw Chair Jerome Powell reaffirm the Fed's hawkish stance at Jackson Hole, a move that came alongside a new bout of ECB hawkishness. Yet perhaps surprisingly for the traditionally volatile asset, BTC held the line around $20,000. And has moved mostly sideways since, prompting some to call a bottom to the beleaguered coin. Our view remains that the Fed will need to hike considerably beyond market expectations, 175 BP by year-end. We also see a strong upside risk for ECB hikes. These two aspects together should sustain the risk-off momentum in the near term. For Bitcoin, meanwhile, if the price drops further below current levels, we could see it reaching $16,000, or even $8,250. Amid recession risks in the US and most of the West, plus an energy crisis in Europe, things are not looking great for Bitcoin. Should you buy BTC now? The quick answer is probably not. The macro backdrop for Bitcoin is bearish. We analyze various on-chain/flow metrics for Bitcoin, which are bullish. So, overall, we are slightly bearish. Therefore, if you have a 2 to 4 week horizon, now may not be the best time to buy Bitcoin. Why has the BTC price dropped? Macro reasons for the current Bitcoin price. Crypto markets almost look like they had partial immunity from the tech sell-off and growing risk aversion. But recent price action has put paid to that notion. The relative stability of Bitcoin between mid-January and mid-April, when it choppily trended up with higher highs and higher lows, was simply the calm before the storm. Bitcoin is down 70% since its November high of $67,734. Chart 1 is a BTC price chart, with Bitcoin in blue. And there is likely more to come. The crux of the matter is that US interest rates are rising. Who cares if tech companies are loss-making if the companies can borrow easily? And if companies cannot borrow money, they can attract capital from investors, who themselves have likely borrowed money. Crypto markets have not been immune to the support from cheap leverage in the fiat markets. After all, crypto offers the tech dream of scalability and regulatory arbitrage. And if there was any doubt that crypto was not benefiting from low interest rates, then the recent declines in crypto as US rates have risen should remove it. Furthermore, the correlation of Bitcoin to Nasdaq started to increase sharply just as US interest rates started to rise. This is a common occurrence throughout history. When the liquidity tap turns off, usually by central banks raising rates, the correlation between diverse assets shoots up. This time appears no different. How low can Bitcoin prices go? One exercise is to see how low prices could get were the Nasdaq to suffer a 2000-style crash. After all, the Bitcoin and Nasdaq correlation remains around 65%. So where the Nasdaq goes, Bitcoin follows. Back in 2000, the Nasdaq suffered a 78% drawdown. Currently, the Nasdaq is in a 30% drawdown. A repeat of the 2000-style drawdown would put the Nasdaq at 3,500. So where would crypto be if Nasdaq were trading at this level? We estimate a regression between Bitcoin/Ethereum returns and Nasdaq returns from 2020 onwards. Based on this relationship, we find Bitcoin prices would reach $8,254 if the Nasdaq fell to 3,500. This implies a 72% decline from current levels. Ethereum prices would reach $143 if the Nasdaq fell to 3,500. This implies a 92% decline from current levels. What else is happening in crypto? Regulation is becoming more of a theme throughout 2022, with various executive orders signed already. Increased regulation should mean less uncertainty around crypto markets for investors, which would be bullish. On the flip side, over-regulation could stifle innovation. The ongoing regulatory backdrop will be key to monitor. There are several macro events to keep track of over the coming weeks that will influence crypto prices. Rising yields have mechanically increased the probability of a recession within the next 12 months to over 75%. Inflation remains at the forefront of investors' minds, with mom date flat but YI at a staggering 8.3%. GameStop partnered with FTX to increase its presence in the cryptocurrency space, which should excite the meme crowd. Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr said crypto should have oversight similar to that of traditional banks. Crypto hacking is on the rise with around $1.9 billion stolen already according to Chain Analysis. Summary of BTC analysis. The bottom line is that crypto, including Bitcoin, will remain under pressure. For Bitcoin, this means the breach below $20,000 could worsen. The main near-term support would be Fed dovishness rather than any crypto-specific dynamics. And for long-term investors, we still think some allocation to crypto makes sense, just like an allocation to equities also makes sense. But be prepared for near-term weakness. Bitcoin and crypto price trackers. Chair Jerome Powell was openly hawkish at the Jackson Hole Symposium last week. He stated that reducing inflation is likely to require a sustained period of below-trend growth that will bring some pain to households and businesses. Other central bankers followed suit, setting the stage for a hard battle against price rises. It encouraged markets back into risk-off, with equities suffering. August CPI data on 13th of September and the 20 to 21 September FOMC meeting will be important for further indication of macro headwinds to come. Crypto and US equities have decoupled. Now, however, they are moving in tandem, with the correlation between Bitcoin and the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 increasing towards 75%. As for our various indices, they are mostly in the red. Our Bitcoin, Metaverse, and privacy indices are all down over 7%. Meanwhile, our smart contract and DeFi indices are up. This is because they still contain Terra Luna Classic, the original token of the Terra blockchain, which has rocketed 105% over the past 7 days. However, all other constituents in each of those two indices are down. Our smart contract and Metaverse indices are most correlated to Bitcoin at around 90% each, chart 3. Our DeFi and privacy indices are least correlated to Bitcoin at around 86% each. On macro markets, Bitcoin's correlation to tech increases while the correlation with 10Y yields, negative, and gold, positive, has jumped, chart 4. Smart Contract Platform Index, all coins are down except for Terra Luna Classic, LUNC. Avalanche, AVAX, has fared the worst, declining 16%. Ethereum, ETH, is down 6%. DeFi Index, all coins are down except for Terra Luna Classic, LUNC. Thorchain, RUNE, is down the most at 11%. Metaverse Index, red across the board here with Phantasma, SOUL, down the most at 15% and Avagachi, GHST, down the least at 3%. Privacy Index, Dusk Network, DUSK, is the only coin to have made gains on the week, albeit just 1%. Secret, SCRT, is down the most at 17%. Bitcoin, this is down 7%. Should I invest in Bitcoin? Bitcoin and the crypto revolution are no longer nascent. With the length of the blockchain continuing to grow and decentralized finance, DeFi, gaining ground over traditional finance, this new asset class is reshaping the investment landscape. We think Bitcoin is a worthwhile long-term investment. However, we also note that Bitcoin is extremely volatile. That means it experiences large price movements over short periods. Before investing, you must understand the risks involved. You could lose all or a large portion of your investment. Never invest money that you cannot afford to lose. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.